Yeah. Good afternoon, Father Crispino, Miss Aarti Malik, teachers, and my dear students. The ESS students of IBDP are all set to take you on a journey to ensure a sustainable development. Our speakers today will be talking about food sustainability, vegans and vegetarians, ecosystems, and sustainability and global warming. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to put them in the Q&A section below and our team will answer them. First up, we have Anaya Aranjo talking about the importance of food sustainability.
Hey everyone, I'm Anaya Aranjo from the 11th grade. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about food sustainability. Okay, first things first. What exactly is food sustainability? How long food can remain in our houses without our siblings eating it? Just kidding, just kidding. Food sustainability is basically a system in which healthy food is grown, manufactured, and provided to people, while having sustainable impacts on environmental, economic, and social systems. Sounds kind of boring, right? But I'll try to make it as interesting as I can for you. As we walk through the supermarket, we are usually looking for our favorite foods like chips, cookies, and ice cream. Because who can resist ice cream, right? But while as amazing as our food tastes, the way it is produced places a strain on natural resources like land, water, forests, and animals. Food sustainability aims to balance feeding large populations while also ensuring least environmental impacts. Sustainable food isn't about only the food itself, it's a combination of factors including how the food is produced, packaged, distributed, and consumed. Food sustainability can be divided into sustainable farming, low environmental impact, animal welfare, and nutrition and public health. Agricultural practices should be beneficial to plants, animals, the environment, and protect soil fertility. It avoids the use of artificial fertilizers and pesticides. Sustainable food aims to avoid damaging and wasting natural resources. Throughout its processes, it should not contribute to climate change. Earth's limited resources should not be used to provide energy for transportation and storage. Sustainable farmers use positive techniques to raise livestock that protect the animal's health and well-being. Animals are allowed to graze and move around freely and are fed adequately with suitable, nutritious food. Sustainable food is safe and healthy. It is produced without chemicals, pesticides, and growth supplements. Sustainable foods tend to have a greater emphasis on whole foods and fewer processed ingredients. There are many ways in which we can eat and live sustainably. Some are eat meat, fish, and dairy products less frequently. Ensure that the food you buy is grown and sourced sustainably. Choose to eat seasonal and locally grown fruits and vegetables as they do not use up much energy in transportation. Reduce food waste. Buy food with less plastic packaging. Some of the packaging can even be recycled. Zero waste. The waste we generate is usually thrown in landfills, which are big holes dug in the earth that serve as dumping grounds. The main goal of zero waste is to send nothing to a landfill. We buy only as much as we require, reuse as much as we can, and recycle what we can't. Therefore, resources taken from the environment are given back. Things we can do towards zero waste. Reuse plastic bags. Choose reusable straws made of metal or wood, and say no to plastic cutlery and one-time use plastics. Food sustainability initiatives. In our search for the perfect produce, many fruits and vegetables that are misshapen are often thrown away as they don't look very nice. In order to improve sustainability, supermarkets can introduce special sections of this produce at reduced prices. Also, on-the-go fresh fruit juices and vegetable soups made with misshapen produce can be sold to shoppers. Composting can also be introduced in households. Organic waste like fruit and vegetable peels, tea leaves, etc., can be buried in soil in backyard gardens. Water should be added to ensure sufficient moisture. After some time, the broken down materials form a nutrient rich soil that can be used as a natural fertilizer for crops. Kitchen gardens are a great way to increase sustainability. It involves growing fresh organic fruits and vegetables in your back garden. They are useful for everyday produce like tomatoes, chilies, lemons, and herbs. Kitchen gardens are not only productive and sustainable, but they're also very pretty. With tremendous growth of population and rapidly increasing climate change, food sustainability has become the need of the hour. We need to make the earth a cleaner, greener, and much more sustainable place to live in, not only for ourselves, but also for future generations. Thank you.
Thank you, Anaya.
Next up are Mehak Mehta and Kush Khandelwal giving us a deeper insight into the significance of vegans and vegetarians.
The lions roaring in the savannah, the cows mooing on grasslands, and the bears growling in the deep forest.
Don't you know that this beauty hardly exists nowadays?
But why?
Because of the species called humans.
We humans have literally used our powers in the most horrible way possible. Instead of building sanctuaries or taking care of animals, we choose to kill them and torture them for what?
All for the so-called betterment of our economy. But what can we do to prevent this torture? I mean, the unimportant people that actions can make a huge difference, right?
See, that's where we are wrong. We often do not understand the significance of the smallest deeds. So today, we are going to give you guys an extremely easy way to save the flora and fauna of planet Earth. Becoming vegans and vegetarians.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I thought we decided on spreading awareness about the safety of animals and all. I cannot give up on that tasty food. Chicken lollipops, turkey, fish.
Kush, you are a vegetarian. You know that, right?
Okay. Custard and pasta and pizza.
Oh my god, you're making me hungry. Let's do one thing. Let's first talk about the significance of veganism and vegetarians. And then,
Ooh, that's your. I have a surprise in the end, Tone. Yay! So start right away.
hi there. I'm Mehak Mehta.
And I, Kush Khandelwal, will be your orators today. Now, as you saw back there, we are foodies. I mean, who isn't, right? Hence, I hate sacrificing on all that tasty food. But as Mehak rightly pointed out, we become selfish in our desires that we forget we are taking life.
Exactly. So let's understand why the world is slowly but steadily converting into vegans and vegetarians.
Going vegan saves lives by reducing the demand for meat and causing few animals to be born into a harsh life owned by the meat industry, where cruelty and harshness knows no bounds. The mass production of animals also has other consequences, including environmental pollution from vast quantities of untreated animal waste and a rapid decrease in the efficacy of our country's life-saving antibiotic supply, as it is overused and misused to prop up these sick animals.
But people are often skeptical with turning vegan due to their customs and traditions.
Well, we aren't exactly asking them to convert into vegans and let go their culture. Dear guests, Rome was not built in a day, and hence drastic measures aren't always necessary. But at the same time, try your best to cut back on these foods.
Did you know by going vegan or even vegetarian for a month, you would not only save 30 animal lives, but also 620 pounds of harmful carbon dioxide emissions, 913 square feet of forest, and 33,481 gallons of water? According to Oxford University, doing so is the biggest way you can reduce your environmental impact on the planet.
People often find it cool to eat non-veg and do not think about the consequences.
Yes, we do not realize that without them, we are nobody. If they die, so do we.
On the topic of death, fun fact.
Kush, death and fun now do not go together. I hope you know that.
Yeah. Anyway, fun fact. Vegetarians live 6 to 10 years longer than average meat eaters do. Healthy vegetarian diets supports a lifetime of good health and provide protection against numerous diseases. And the three biggest killers, heart disease, cancer, and strokes.
Also, did you know that losing weight becomes so easy when you become a vegetarian?
Yes, apparently vegetarian diets can promote weight loss because they focus on nutrient dense, low calorie fruits like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and soy. Vegan diets even go further and cut out calorie rich fruits like cheese.
A famous environmentalist sums it all up. If anyone wants to save the planet, all they have to do is just stop eating meat. That's the single most important thing you could do. It's staggering when you think about it. Vegetarianism takes care of so many things in just one shot: ecology, famine, cruelty.
In the end, no matter what reason you choose, you can start the exciting journey towards a vegetarian lifestyle. Simply taking the pledge to be veg today.
And now, for that surprise, we understand that it may not be easy to give up on so many things.
So today, along with solutions, we wanted to give you guys two easy recipes for vegetarians and vegans that are sure to satisfy your taste buds. We will be putting these in a chat, so make sure you save those. Let's make eating right easier and happier.
Everyone, kindly look at the chat. The recipes are as follows: vegan cookies and vegetarian mac and cheese. Just one last thing. You guys are still young, and hence making decisions that go against your traditions and parents may not be very wise. Other ways, like raising awareness, visiting shelters, or even just giving food to animals, does wonders. Try saving these animals in other ways till you're old enough to make decisions for yourself.
So remember that every small deed that you will do will have a huge impact on planet Earth. You and me, we all are the future.
We will commit a sin. We will commit a fraud if we continue to disrespect nature, which is the art of God. Let's make this world a better place to live in, because only if they sustain will we sustain. Thank you.
Thank you, Mehek and Kush.
Understanding the importance of biodiversity and ecosystem is extremely crucial when talking about a sustainable environment. Diving a bit further into this topic, we have Araya Goradia and Karan Khandelwal.
A very good afternoon to everyone present here.
There are millions of species present on our beautiful Mother Earth. Each animal and plant species is dependent on another animal or plant species. So imagine that one of the species in the food chain were to become extinct. This would lead to drastic changes in that ecosystem and might even lead to the extinction of another species. But how does a species become extinct in the first place, Karan?
As we all know, we humans are very selfish and we don't think about the consequences of our actions. For our own benefit and luxury, thousands of animals are poached every single day. The pollution that is caused from the factories is harmful and toxic. Pollution also leads to global warming, and a lot of species find it difficult to adapt to these sudden changes.
And the worst part about all of this is that the animals are paying the price for our actions. To make matters worse, we cut down millions of trees each year. Approximately 15.3 billion trees are cut each year. This deforestation leads to animals not having a home, soil erosion, and an increase in the carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere.
The burning of the Amazon forest, cutting down the RA forest, all of this leading to so many animals losing their homes. It is said that the people set fire to the Amazon rainforest as they wanted more area for agriculture. What more will it take for us to wake up and realize that action needs to be taken? If we don't take a stand and actions are not taken to protect the animals, then at this rate, very soon, there will be nothing left to protect.
We humans are not only affecting the ecosystems on land, but also the aquatic ecosystems. Coral reefs are depleting due to destructive fishing methods, coastal development taking place, and additionally due to natural phenomena such as hurricanes.
As the corals are depleting, the fish will not have much to eat, which will lead to a reduction in their populations, in turn affecting the ecosystem. Moreover, the waste material from factories leads to a decrease in oxygen levels in the water bodies. But how does this happen?
Well, you see, the extra amount of nitrates in the water provides the perfect condition for algae growth. As these grow on top of the water, the plants on the waterbed will not receive enough sunlight and eventually die. The decomposers will take up most of the oxygen from the water when they decompose the dead plants in the presence of oxygen. This whole process is called eutrophication.
Sadly, these are not the only things which affect aquatic life. Oil spills and the human garbage which are dumped into the seas have a drastic effect on the fishes too.
Well, on the bright side, a number of laws and acts have been passed to ensure that the environment is protected. For example, there's the Clean Air Act, the Endangered Species Act, and there are many more of such acts in place now.
Help us make this world a better place for all species.
Thank you for your time and patience.
Thank you, Karan and Araya. Last but not least, we have Keshav Nagpal and Kavya Narayan informing us about sustainability and global warming.
Very warm welcome to each and every one of you all. Today, we are going to have a talk on global warming, but I'm not quite sure with the term. Kavya, can you please help me with understanding what global warming is?
Sure thing. Global warming is the rising temperature of the Earth's climate change. It is causing changes in the rainfall patterns, extreme weather, arrival of seasons, and many more of such natural calamities.
Oh my, global warming is surely harming us more than what we imagined. Are there any causes for this rise in temperature?
There are many causes, both natural and man-made, that are causing an increase in the rate of global temperature. That are 1. Greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Examples are carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. 2. Increased human activities such as burning fossil fuels. Deforestation using pesticides and insecticides. 3. Increase in industrialization causing more amount of industries and infrastructure to be built.
Oh, I want to know more about this.
Transportation footprint, which is the second largest producer or source of carbon pollution, which generates up to 1.7 billion tons of carbon per annum. But Keshav, I know only about the causes. Can you tell me what the outcome of this increase in global warming is?
You really have no idea how much global warming is causing harm to our planet? Let me tell you. The average temperature of the Earth is rising at nearly twice the rate it was 50 years ago. In the last decade, the rate of Antarctica's ice mass depletion has tripled. Scientists predict that the Arctic Ocean will barely have ice before 2050. Global warming is happening largely due to an over-emittance of greenhouse gases and fossil fuels. Heat waves caused by global warming present greater risk of heart-related illness and death, most frequently among people who have diabetes, who are elderly, or are very young.
Keshav, but our topic is sustainability. So how is global warming related to sustainability?
Sustainability is avoiding depletion of natural resources in order to maintain an ecological balance. So if you link sustainability to global warming, it is causing the most difficulty in achieving sustainable development because of the increase in temperature, which is causing harm to the environment as the change is very fast.
Can measures be taken to reduce it?
Surely, Reduce the usage of non-renewable sources of energy like burning fossil fuels and natural gases should be reduced as much as possible.
Start carpooling as much as possible. Reduce the usage of cars and go to close distances by a cycle or by walking.
Start using renewable sources of energy like solar panels.
We need to change the world from this to this. Before it turns into this. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. Thank you.
Thank you, Kavya and Keshav. It amazes me how nature is so interlinked with sustainability. I'm sure this event today has been an eye opener for all of us. As we approach the end of this beautiful journey, we would like to request Father Crispino to say a few words.
Okay, in the first place, I'd like to congratulate the 11th graders for very beautifully bringing out the problem of sustainability and global warming. I think very good research has been done on the topic, and the way it was presented in the dialogue form with very meaningful slides, I think that brought out the point very meaningfully. So well done to all those who were essential part of this webinar. And I think a lot of hard work, and kudos also to the teachers who assisted you all in preparing this webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, Father, for those kind words. We would like to call upon Meena, we would like to request Meena ma'am to say a few words about our talk today.
Yeah, I was finding difficulty in connecting. Sorry about that. I was there for a half of it, children, but I realized very well presented, and I liked what you all are talking about. If you are so worried about the pandemic today, the next biggest problem of the world is going to be climate change, which you are making that is our students of the school and others aware about it. Beautifully put up, and I think, yes, this is what we need to worry about and take care, and you all are spreading the message of making the world a sustainable place. Thank you, children. Thank you to the teacher, Messina, for guiding the children through all this and preparing them. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for that enlightening. Thank you, ma'am, for those kind words. I request Raya Goradia to now give the vote of thanks.
As we have come to the end of this very informative session that was held by us, the grade 11 ESS students, we thank you all so much for your patience, and we hope that this has helped you to learn and gain more knowledge about the serious problems we face nowadays. We would like to thank Father and Meena ma'am for attending this session. We also extend our gratitude to Aarti ma'am and Gladys ma'am for giving us this opportunity, and Ms. Nupur and Arul sir for coordinating all of this.